All right, Shalom. I'd like to start this lesson by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. All right, and I just want to do a quick lesson, and I'm gonna use a headline for this article. All right, to bring out a couple of scriptures dealing with prophecy, man. Okay, because in the midst of everything that's that's happening, different things like that, the main point, all right, like the apostles and elders always say, the main thing is prophecy, man. All right, whether we prophesying via these weekly videos or on the highways and byways, man, it's important that the prophecies get pushed forth, man. All right, and that we don't forget the task at hand, which is to prophesy this word and teach the word, man. And I was just going through the news, all right, on my phone, and this headline popped up. It says from the national interest, it says, are Russia and America headed toward nuclear war? All right, and the answer is yes, because why? We have an understanding that according to Bible prophecy or biblical prophecy, America and Russia are going to get into a nuclear war, which is going to bring about the destruction of America, which is then going to bring about the kingdom of heaven, man. Which the kingdom of heaven is rulership on the earth that's going to be governed by the Israelites, man, which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. So it says are Russia and America headed toward nuclear war? And the answer is yes, man. All right, because according to the Bible, which I'm gonna get that scripture real quick. Matter of fact, before I get that, let me go to I want to say it's Isaiah 9:5. And we bring the scripture out a lot whenever the topic of nuclear war, World War III comes about, because this is what it's going into. All right, this is Isaiah 9:5. For every battle of the warriors with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. All right, this is how the ancient wars were fought amongst nations. All right, it was more so hand-to-hand combat. All right, but reading on, it says, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. This is talking about what? This coming Third World War. All right, pursuing Revelations, what's that? Revelations, the 8th chapter, like the last verse. So this coming war is going to be with what? Burning and fuel of fire by the way of those missiles. It's Revelations 8:13. And I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, woe, 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 which the word woe means destruction. So there's 3 woes, which represent what? The 3 world wars. All right, it says, woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth by reason of the other voices of the trumpet of the 3 angels, which are yet to sound. All right, and then it's going to proceed. When you go through the different chapters, it's going to break down World War I, II, and eventually World War III, which is going to be which is going to take place. Was going to start over in the Middle East, which is the Valley of Jehoshaphat, pursuing the Joel, the 3rd chapter. All right, but then it's gonna spill over, all right, which all these nations are gonna basically have a joint alliance, and they're gonna come against the whore, which is America. All right, and you can read that in Revelations, the 17th chapter. We jump down to towards the end. This is Revelations 17 and 16. It says, in the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. All right, and the 10 horns represent the EU nations. So you have a conglomerate of nations, so to speak, that's going to come together and shoot America down with fire, man. The Her is talking about America, Babylon the Great. All right, because you got people out there saying that the missiles is not in the Bible, nuclear war is not biblical, which is a foolish thing to say. Because how else is America gonna be burnt down with fire? All right, or how else are other nations gonna burn America with fire? Common sense would tell you it's talking about nuclear weapons, man, and nothing else. All right. Now let me go back to that second Ezra, chapter 15, in verse 1. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy." And who are the people of the Most High? Why Yahushua? You Israelites, blacks, Hispanics, so-called Native American, and Seminole Indians, man. All right. The Lord said he set watchmen upon the walls of Jerusalem. All right. To warn you of the things that's coming, man. Okay. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord." Right. So we're not speaking our own words. We're speaking the words of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, which is what? These scriptures, man. It says, 2, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. And that's why we have the Bible today. Because back then, the word of the Lord came to the prophets, and they wrote these prophecies and these visions down for us to have today. All right, pursuing the Romans, the 15th chapter, which says what? Things that are written aforetime were written for our learning. All right. Verse 3, it says, "Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee." So you got people that are going to scoff, that are going to gainsay and reject the faith that we have, but we're not supposed to let that trouble us. All right. Us, speaking of those of us that believe is truth. So what if a person don't believe in the Lord? They don't believe the prophecies. Well, that's on them. That's their problem, man. All right. Because why? Verse 4, "For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness." So these people that don't want to take heed to the word, or they don't believe in the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, they're gonna basically have their judgment, man. All right. And it says what? They're gonna die. They're gonna meet death. All right. And the death is gonna come by the way of these plagues, which is gonna go on to say in the 5th verse, verse 5, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction." You see that? So the people that's unfaithful, they don't want to take heed to the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, they're going to partake in these plagues that the Lord's going to send upon this world via the sword, via famine, death, and destruction. Okay, in World War III, all right, just to tie it back to this headline, is a part of that, is a part of those plagues, man. All right, nuclear destruction. And every day there's articles coming out. I mean, if we want, we could do World War III videos every day, man, because there's so much coming out, and the prophecies are speaking. All right, the prophecies are speaking. The prophecies that were written down of the prophecies that were written down in ancient times, they're coming to pass, and they're speaking, man. Pursuant to Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, which I might get that next. All right, this is verse 6. It says, "For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth," meaning what? Wickedness has flooded the earth. The word exceedingly means basically to overflow, or there's an abundance, man. Everywhere you look, it's nothing but wickedness being promoted and put forth, man. Whether it's homosexuality, lesbianism, all right, disorder as far as the woman being over the man, all right, witchcraft, filth. It's all types of wickedness has polluted the earth, man. Just as during the time of Noah. When you read Genesis, I believe the 6th chapter, it speaks about how violence and basically how the earth became corrupt, man. All right, it became so corrupt that the sins reached into heaven, and that's why the Most High brought that flood, man. But this time, the flood is going to be by way of these missiles, all right? It's going to be a flood of nuclear missiles, man. All right, like it says in Revelation 20, that lake of fire. But it says on 2 Ezra 15:6, this is for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. You see that? So the evil works or the hurtful works of the wicked is fulfilled, man. So what does that mean? That means the Lord's going to bring judgment down. All right. I can keep going, but let me jump to Habakkuk since I mentioned it. I don't want to forget. This is Habakkuk 2. And I'm going to start at 1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the watch, upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Later, as like we read in 2 Ezra 15, how the Lord basically demanded man to write the prophecies on paper. All right, so that we can have them today. And it says what? That he may run that readeth it. Meaning what? When you read these words, it's supposed to make you spring into action and teach. All right, that's what the word run means, that he may run that readeth it. But here's the point, verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. All right, and we in that time now. Prophecies that were written thousands of years ago, they were appointed for this time, and they're speaking, meaning what? They're being fulfilled, man. All right, we're seeing the missiles being created, be updated. We're seeing the RFID chip being being pushed out there, man. You know, you got this dude, Elon Musk, in the Neuralink or whatever, talking about they want to put chips in people's brains, man. By what, 2020, 2021 or something like that? So these things are speaking, man. All right, the prophecies of Yahweh Shem Yahushua speaking. It says what? But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it. All right, the word tarry means to to basically prolong or to be drawn out. You know, it seems like it's taking forever. Like, damn, Lord, when you gonna But what? It's though it tarry, wait for it, man. So you gotta be patient. It says, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And we see it, man. We're seeing that it's not going to be long for these prophecies are not going to tarry much longer, man. Before you know it, all right, Yahweh Shai going to be here saving the elect, simultaneously destroying America, man, in different parts of the world. All right. Let's see. I think that was pretty much all I wanted to bring out. So yeah, man. Matter of fact, let me go to that real fast, since I mentioned it. Revelations 20. Revelations 20 in verse 14. It says, and death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. All right, which that lake of fire is going to come by the way of what? Nuclear destruction. That lake of fire, which is going to sweep through this land that we're in, which the scriptures identifies as Babylon the Great, which is what? America. All right, that whore that's rideth upon the beast, man. America's going to go up in flames. Okay? It's going to look like a lake of fire. And it says what? Slakia, this is the second death, because the first death was the flood, man, which the Lord destroyed the earth by water. Okay, but this time he's going to destroy the society by the way of fire, man. All right, just as he did Sodom and Gomorrah. It says this is the second death. 15. And it says, and whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. So in other words, basically, if you're in America and you're not a part of the elect, you're going to be cast into the lake of fire. And the elect only consists of Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans All right, 12,000 men out of each tribe. That's the elect, and then you got the 1/3, which consists of men, women, and children, man. So if you're not predestinated for salvation, all right, if you're not pre-selected to be delivered, you're gonna have you're gonna have your part in that lake of fire, man. Okay, because why? It's the wrath of the Lord, and like we read, wickedness has exceedingly polluted the earth. Okay, so the Most High is gonna rain judgment down. Okay, so yeah, man, I just wanted to do this real quick. This headline just caught my attention. With what you got these different journalists, these bloggers, these these, like I said, these journalists, people that write these articles. They putting a lot of this content out on World War III because it's a hot topic right now, man. And this is stuff that the apostles been saying even before they got on YouTube, man. Back in the 90s, they were saying that if as soon as America starts poking out Iran, hey, you got World War III gonna pop off, man. And it's right around the corner, right along with the other prophecies, man. The RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, the famines, the pestilence, race wars, martial law, all these things right around the corner, man. That's why scripture says what? Though it tarry, wait for it, because at some point it's not going to tarry no more, man. It's going to be right at your front door, So yeah, man, Lord willing, that was edifying, all right? Giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Lord willing, to the next video, Shalom.